Hello gamers, this is GamerX here and welcome back to another video. So, I noticed that no one has done this yet, well, I think I've noticed one person who did it, but that's about it. So, because of that, I am gonna give you guys a video going over how many stones can global players expect from now until the beginning of the 7th year anniversary. And on top of that, in this video I will be including as well how many stones you can expect from the entire anniversary, because I also noticed that there's nothing out there, at least from what I saw, that went over that. So yeah, we're gonna get right into it. I have a bunch of stuff written down in a notepad. I did a bunch of research, or as much as I could, and I did my best to approximate with some of these, because, you know, I don't remember off the top of my head what all the missions gave, and there aren't exactly videos and things out there of every single one of these celebrations going over, like, this is the exact amount of stones you get for missions and whatnot, so I do have to do a little bit of guessing, but I would say these numbers are in a very good ballpark of what you can expect from now till anniversary, and then the entire anniversary stones. So, without further ado, let's jump right in. So, let's see the timeline. So, we're most likely going to be sharing Golden Week with JP this year again, like we did last year. This is last year's Golden Week campaign for Global. This was again shared with JP. And so if we go over just everything that's here, we have, you know, the missions, login bonus, the Dokkan events, Extreme Super Battle Route, Infinite Dragon Ball History. We have Ultimate Clash, we have the Super Saiyan 4's EZA. And, you know, just a bunch of other stuff that reopened, but it doesn't give you stones unless you never did it before. Sorry about that, I had to cut myself off, my throat is like really bugging me. But anyway, top grossing is 7 stones, and then we have the Goku, Gohan, Go 10 Day campaign. Again, login, missions, meet event, GT Goku event came out during this time. We got Super Weekend missions, Chain Battle, and EZA campaign, new stages for a bunch of easy areas, Patan. So there was a lot of stuff in here. So let's, oh, and social media, almost forgot that. So I wrote it down. So Golden Week, I'd say login is around 50. It really depends on how long the celebration lasts. I think last year, if we look right here real quick, it was, yeah, 2 stones a day for this period. So I'd say if it's safe to assume that we will get the same amount this year. Missions, I don't know exactly. They don't have anywhere that I can see them. I'm gonna guess though roughly between 10 and 20. Dokkan events, it was a dual Dokkan Fest, so we got 2 Dokkan events, so that's 4. ESPR stage, I put a question mark because I don't know if we'll get that this year. But I mean, we got it last year, so it's safe to assume and most likely that we will get one this year. Or at least a Super Battle Road stage, if not an ESPR one. We got an Infinite Dragon Ball History stage. I say that's safe to assume, but I put a question mark next to it just in case. That would be 23, ESPR would be 8, normal SPR would be 6. Ultimate Clash I am fairly confident we are getting. So that's 31. In EZA, so the Super Saiyan 4s gave 34 stones. So I'd say, you know, it's possible that we will get an EZA for Golden Week. I'd say it's pretty likely. Obviously, again, nothing is set in stone. I should, or I'm gonna keep reiterating myself when I say that, but Nothing here is set in stone. The only way we're gonna know is when it happens. I'm just making assumptions based off of what has happened in the last year to kind of figure out like a rough idea of the stones and whatnot that we can assume. We hit top grossing last year. Obviously we could hit top grossing, we could not, it really depends, but last year we hit it in one country, Luxembourg. So we got 7, and then social media last year we had 2 of these, which was 20 in total. So in total, Golden Week was around 187 stones. I'd say expect anywhere between 150 and 200 is probably what I would say. So, you know, expect between 150 to 200. Alright. Goku, Gohan, and Gotene. So this was part of Golden Week. It was its own campaign, but it did happen during Golden Week. If we look at this, the login was around 40-ish stones. But again, depends on how long the celebration lasts. The only reason I'm able to know this is I think there was a special login. It said it's somewhere here. So I think one of the days you're able to get 8, 9, and then 10 stones or something like that for logging in. It was around that. So I just put 40. Safe assumption, and also again this does depend on how long the celebration lasts. Missions I put again 10 to 20, it's around there. Meat event, we got the meat event. That was just 1 stone for beating it once. Legendary event, I don't know if they would do another legendary event or something similar. They might. Who knows? But if we do, that was 49 stones. The Super Weekend missions was... it's around 21 stones. Again, don't know if we'll get that again, but it was here, so I'm gonna add it. Gen Battle, I mean... again, for the 100th time, don't know, but safe to assume. Extreme Challenge campaign, there is the Super Saiyan Vegeta that is getting a campaign soon. If that's on Global and JP, then yes. If it's just on Global or JP, then probably not. We got about 9 stones for the easy areas. I again, don't know. But they were here, so I added them. And then Baton Battle, we may or may not get a new season of Baton Battle with this. Most likely we will. So I put 11 because you get 10 if it's a new one, and then 1 if it's just a, you know, rehash or a return or something. So 183 is the total. I would say, again, same with this, expect between 150 and 200. Alright, so this is where things get complicated. So, last year, where's last year's? Okay, this is last year's. I have a bunch of tabs up, and I kind of got confused because I just got the list done, so I just jumped into it to do it while it's still fresh on my mind. And I didn't organize my tabs, whoopsie, but I kept everything open that I needed. So last year, we got Goten and Trunks after Golden Week. We got this like 6-year ticket thing. We probably will get something similar for the 7th year. It'll probably be 77 tickets. You know, the missions, login bonuses, all that stuff. We got like 2 easy A's and a bunch of stuff. So this is what happened last year for Global, and then we got weekend missions. Then after Goten and Trunks, they did this, which was Tapion and Minosha, had an easy A in it, and then it had Baton and a world tournament in it. So if we look at this year, the next campaign on Global will be the Ginyu campaign after Golden Week. And so if they do a repeat, that means that what they would do is they would take off half of Raditz's campaign and put the last half of this after Ginyu's campaign, and then we would go in the 7th year. This would work because last year, where is it? Yeah, right here. Videl. This is Videl's campaign. You notice she does not have Tapion and Minosha, even though when she came out on JP, she came with Tapion ZZA, a world tournament, and then LR, Tapion, and Minosha. Where are they at? Oh, making me look like a fool. I thought they were in here. Am I dumb? Oh, there they are. I scroll past it. Yeah, Tapion and Minosha were with Videl, but last year they split them up into 2 campaigns and did it early. And if you don't know, Videl came out after 6th anniversary, but before Worldwide. So I think this year they're going to do the exact same thing again, most likely. So we're going to get Ginyu, and then they're going to chop Raditz's celebration in half, so we're going to get the Turles EZA, most likely. We're going to get most of this stuff, or at least some of it. We're going to get the World Tournament, and then we're going to get the LR, Goku, and Piccolo. And then maybe the Kid Vegeta. I don't know about this one, because 16 will be in Ginyu, so I don't know if they back-to-back do it, but I guess it's possible. They might leave Kid Vegeta, though, with Raditz. But they're going to cut this in half. We're going to get LR, Goku, and Piccolo at the very least. Everything else is kind of up in the air. I feel like the World Tournament, though, will be most likely, and then Turles' EZA will also be most likely. And then we would jump from this into 7th year. And then Raditz, the rest of Raditz's celebration will be after 7th year, before Worldwide, just like Videl last year. So I think that's what they're going to do. But let's look. So, Ginyu Celebration, 15, depends on how long it lasts. Missions 10 to 20, Dokkan Event 2, EZA areas, 15, SBR Stage 6, Ultimate Clash 31, Super Strike Brave Ramp 24, Patan. I think this one will be 1, because this will be the Patan after the Golden Week one, and that means there will not be a new set when this comes out, so it's most likely 1. If it is a new set, it'll be 11, but it's most likely 1. And this is 104 stones. We'll go and look at this real quick. Again, login bonus, missions, Dokkan Event, ECA areas, Super Battle Road, Ultimate Clash, Super Strike Revamp, Patan. All the stuff that I listed right there. I'd say expect around 100. And now the extra celebration, which would again probably be half of Raditz's, and for that I put login 10 to 20, missions 10 to 20, safe bet, yeah, later half of Raditz celebration. Easy 34, that would be for Turles if they do it. World Tournament we most likely will get, and that would be 52, not including the local placement, and that is 106. Again, expect around 100. So, that's basically all the celebrations from now until the start of the 7th year anniversary. I did add something here. Daily missions would be 92. That is from now until early July. And the 22 is from the weekend dailies, because we get an extra stone for 2 days during the weekend. So if you do all that, that is an extra 92 stones. And how much is this in total? The total before anniversary is around 672. I would say expect around 600. So if you want to know, I would say it's safe to assume that as long as you're playing the game, doing all the content, from now until the beginning of the 7th anniversary, you can expect around 600. And this is not including anything anniversary related. So like no countdown, no masters. I kept that separate from this, so there you go, that's that. And at the end here real quick, I will add in how many stones we can expect during the anniversary, because again, maybe you're curious how many stones, like, okay, you're like, this isn't enough, or you're going to use all these. How many stones are we getting during the anniversary? Well, I will tell you. So let's pull up the 7th anniversary. And, you know, so we'll go through all of the tabs here, and then I will show you what I wrote down. We got login bonus, missions, co-op, the dual Dokkan Fest, the 2 Dokkan events. We have the SNS campaign, story events, little key orb event, the red zone stages, new boss rush, new legendary event missions, and that is that for that. Then we scroll up and go to part 2. We have more missions, another co-op campaign, new stages for each of the story events, 2 EZAs, more red zone stages, more legendary event missions, golden weekend missions, and then if we move to part 3, we have again more missions, another co-op campaign, an EZA area, 2 new EZAs again, chain battle, new sets of red zone stages again, new sets of legendary missions again, and then we go to the extra part, which has another login bonus, a story event, and an EZA. Now the story event I did not count in my thing because Global already has this, but everything else I did. And then we have the countdown, which I added everything from here that is new. We have the mission, oh those are just that. Missions of the 7 Masters I also added, and then I took some stuff from this as well. This isn't completed, which is one of the reasons I wanted to do this. Oh, and I also took the top grossing awards. Alright, enough of me rambling. Let's look at my findings. So 7 Masters / 7th Anniversary Countdown, 21 from weekly missions from the 7 Masters, 10 stones from the comeback campaign for the countdown, 10 stones for the login for the countdown. Social media, we got 17. I don't know if we'd get that again, but most likely something around that. And then the Dragonstone ore, we get 77 stones from the ore, as long as you get all of the ore. Will be converted at the beginning of the Annie, but I included it in here. That's 135. I'd say expect around, honestly it's probably going to be like dead on, so I'm just going to say 130 for that. Then we have the part 1 of the 7th anniversary. Login is 30 plus 99. By the way, this login and these daily missions are throughout the entire anniversary except for the extra part, so keep that in mind. That's why these two might seem a little lower and don't have that included in them, is because I just did it at the beginning and it counts through all 3, so just keep that in mind. We get a new boss rush, we get the legendary event missions, that's 20, and then boss rush 35. Dokkan event stages 4, story events 22, red zone 24, or event 1. Ultimate Clash, this is special Ultimate Clash, so we get a little extra, 45. Co-op campaign is around 10. SNS, now we never get SNS, but they usually give us the stones from that in other ways, so I would say expect around these stones, but not from an SNS, just from something else. Top grossing, I'd say 99% will get. Obviously it will take a little bit for them to give it to us, but I'd say it's 99% likely we'll get the top grossing awards that JP got. And the live stream thank you award, I don't know what they'll do with this, but we will get the 77 stones. Again, what they like to do is when they put celebrations from JP to Global, especially big ones like this, they rarely like just take something like this and then just completely forget about it. They will just either do a live stream of their own and we'll get it, or they will spread these out throughout the anniversary for us to grab. In most cases, honestly, Global ends up getting more stones than JP does, so yeah. And I'd say total is 566. I'd say expect around like 550 in that range. It's gonna be close to this number, probably more. Not to get your hopes up, obviously, but I would say it might be more than 566. So now we go to part 2. Special missions. I don't know exactly what this is referring to, but if we go to the Dragonstone count here, they have special missions as 3, so I just put it here. By the way, we will not be getting the battle hour related missions. We already got these on Global, because these were related to the battle hour. And so we got the missions at the same time that it was happening, so we are not getting these. Then we have the EZAs at 70 in total, legendary event missions 20, story events 26, red zone 24, co-op 10, weekend, it's like the super weekend missions type things. Probably will get this 7, 14, 21, one of those numbers. Most likely what it says here, 7. SNS, again, like I said, we'll get this in some form or fashion, just probably not this. And the total is 163. I'd say expect around 150. And I'm lowballing these because I feel like that's the best thing to do in this, to give you a bare minimum of like, this is the bare minimum of what you can expect. And then we have the part 3. They do not have this on the wiki, so I kind of had to, this is where I really had to start digging and finding, just kind of using my brain to, across all my Dokkan knowledge to figure it out on my own, and then also just kind of like common sense and whatnot. So co-op 10, EZA area 13, EZAs is 66, chain battle 20, red zone 36, legendary event missions 30, last day of anniversary top grossing reward, they don't have that listed, but they did get that, and we, again, 99% will also get that, and that is 30 stones. Very easy with this one, expect around 200. Very simple. And then finally, the EX part. So again, this is very bare bones, so yeah, basically this is the only main thing we get. Or do we? I don't know. We'll see. Login, I would say around 5 to 10 probably is what it's going to be. Missions, same thing, 5 to 10. And then the daily missions, again, 5 to 10. I'd say in that park for all of these. I use, by the way, for all of these to where I say like 5 to 10, 10 to 20, I use the lowest number for adding up the total. So these, again, all of these are the lowest that I expect it to be. So in most cases, and most likely, it will probably be higher. So just keep that in mind. The EZA for the Super Saiyan 4s was 43. And then finally this. Now I don't know what they're going to do with this. This is the Raid EZA, or the Dokkan All-Stars EZA, where you have to beat 999 stages, but you get 277 stones and then all of this. If we look at the timeline, this came out after Ginyu was already out, so technically this came out during Ginyu Celebration. So here's how this is going to work. This is either going to be during Ginyu Celebration, or this is going to be at the end of the anniversary. Either way, it will be before Worldwide. In one case, it will be before anniversary. I feel like this is going to be at the end of the anniversary. I don't think this is... It came out during Ginyu Celebration, but I don't think this is part of it. I think the 7th anniversary stuff was still going on during when this came out. This was like the last thing that came out to cap off the anniversary. So I would say it's safe to assume that this probably will come out at the end of the anniversary for global, which is cool because you get 277 stones that you can use real quick on the 7th year banners, or you can save them for worldwide. But yeah, that is everything for that, and that is 335 stones. I'd say expect around 300 for that, probably. If we don't get this, expect this to be like 100, if that. Probably like 75 if we don't get the raid EZA with this, but I'd say it's very likely we'll get the raid EZA. But anywho, the 7th anniversary total is 1,404. I would say it's safe to assume around 1,400. Which, yes, this does mean that the 7th year anniversary is the most generous anniversary, or most generous celebration in Dokkan history. It has currently the most stones ever given out during a celebration, I am pretty sure. So yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, that was my video. I'm going over all of this stuff. I will probably put little graphics on the screen that are bigger than these so it's easier to see. Not for every single thing here, but probably for like when I say the totals and whatnot. It's probably what I'd say, what I'll do. So yeah, that is the amount of stones you can expect before the anniversary and how many stones the 7th year anniversary gives out. Make sure you all get to grinding all this stuff up. Hopefully we get even more than what I have written down here. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of any future uploads. If you also liked the video, make sure to like and leave a comment letting me know what you thought, and letting me know if I missed anything major here on my calculations. Also, if you want to see more stuff from me, you can look in the description and see my Twitch. I stream there occasionally. When 7th year pops off and Legends anniversary pops off this year, I will be probably streaming over there a lot and making content over here a lot about it, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, hope you all have a fantastic day or night, wherever it is where you are, and I will see you all next video. And remember, as always, game on.